I'm very much excited and curious whenever I see a giant machine that operates in an industry, an Uber self-driving car or a Google self-driving car, a Tesla self-driving car or any kind of quadcopter whichever is delivering products. I want to build one of them. But whenever I try to think about it, I'll get one small question in my mind. What exactly is the process to master that level of expertise in robotics? So, learning robotics or mastering the robotics have been completely divided into four different stages as shown. Stage 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let us try to examine what have to be mastered in each stage. The stage 1 is where we call what we call level 0 or the first steps into robotics. So what do you have to master? You need to master three different categories of subject lines. The first one is programming. Second one is assembly or electronics. So when it comes to programming, you need to learn at least one programming language. You need to understand the syntax. You need to understand how to define a function, how to close up a function, what are the variables present, how exactly the data types looks like. So all the stuff regarding the programming language has to be known to you. And then when it comes to assembly, here you need to understand what exactly is a four-wheel chassis or a two-wheel chassis, what is a caster wheel, or how do I balance simple two-wheel or four-wheel robots. So what exactly is nut and bolt. Each and every part of a robot chassis or any kind of a physical skeleton of a robot have to be mastered at assembly level, because you need to understand how to plug and play the things. Next one, when it comes to electronics, here you need to understand what exactly is a series and parallel circuit, a resistor, a diode, or a buttons, or some other stuff which is very simple and easily available, because this stage 1 will make you technically open doors, or I mean like it opens you a little bit about robotics, a very little about robotics. Once you master these three elements, the fourth important element in stage 1 is to integrate all the stuff that you learned in programming, in assembly and in electronics with a controller. So here the controller sometimes can be a very simple BBC microbit or Arduino, or sometimes a Lego Robots main controller. You can use any of the controller that is very easily available to you. All you need to master is three different elements with integrated with one single controller. So this is what we speak when it comes to stage 1 of learning robots. And when it comes to the stage 2, here you have again four different categories or step-by-step process that you need to master when it comes to stage 2. Learn one object-oriented programming. We cannot tell that you need to master Python, you need to master C++, you need to master XYZ or any other language, but we stick to maintain some consistency along this entire process. If you are learning programming like C over here, learn object-oriented programming of that particular flavor. If you are learning Python here, you stick on to Python when it comes to stage 2 of learning object-oriented programming, because that helps you a lot, because you already know the syntax, you already know the flavor, how it looks like, or the structure of the program. So whenever you start learning about object-oriented programming, you will be learning about classes, methods, inheritance, and there are multiple things that you learn in object-oriented programming. So start learning one OOP in stage 2, and when you start learning object-oriented programming, then you need to understand the language of robotics. So here the language doesn't mean the programming script. Here the language means that you are able to understand me because I'm speaking in English. Similarly, I'm speaking with respect to robotics, hence you are understanding about assembly and all. Similarly, if you want to speak about robotics, you should know some language. That language here means that physics and maths. I know that this physics and maths will be scary to most of us, but the point is, you might have not enjoyed those subjects at the moment you learned it in +1 or +2 or any other age of 14 or 15. But the point here, whenever you are learning physics and maths, is these subjects will help you to solve the advanced robotics a lot more better. Let me tell you what. Let us take probability. Probability is used in machine learning and artificial intelligence. Let us take physics of kinematics and other dynamics of machines. So that involves a lot of vectors and physical subjects. Physics, which is Newtonian physics, and that particular physics is used for path planning. Okay, and when it comes to matrices in mathematics and linear algebra, that is used for machine OpenCV and image processing. So don't you think that if you don't understand this particular language that you have to speak, because you not only have to speak but you have to write some code, you have to also understand what exactly is happening. So to understand, speak and write, you should definitely get the language or catch the language that is spoken in robotics. That is what especially I mean by the second step, understanding maths and physics required for speaking the language of robots. The third important step, a lot of people or beginners, okay, especially beginners who jump into robotics, get stumped at this point, like learning an alien-like software called or operating system called as Linux. So it is having different flavors. I'm not speaking about with respect to one flavor, but this particular software operating system, okay, that you learn in the third step of stage 2 is learning one particular flavor of Linux. If any kind of software or flavor that you are learning about it, this must be known to you. Like just like you're operating your phone, which is Android, you operate in your system, which is Windows or Mac OS, right? You know how to open a file, close a file, save a file, rewrite, rename, everything. All basic operations that you do in your general or a very user-friendly OS should also be known when you learn about this particular new operating system. And the fourth important step when it comes in stage 2 is understanding embedded systems. So here, once you master the first 3 laws or 3 steps in stage 2, like object-oriented programming, learning the language that is spoken in robotics, and your new OS, like which looks like an alien, right? So probably when you try to master or understand these 3, then you need to implement all those 3 on one single controller, as you did in stage 1, integrating them on one controller, right? So here you master it on one system, or which is a computer which is less in size, smaller in size, and compact when compared to your laptop. That is called in embedded systems, and in that you can take many examples like Raspberry Pi or BeagleBone or any other flavor of Raspberry Pi is best suitable. Now you get into stage 3. Once you are done with stage 2, you understood few advanced topics. Then when it comes to stage 3 is very critical. Let me tell you why. Once you learn all this, when it comes to the stage 3, they are direct reflections of what you learned in stage 2. Trust me, most of the students or research engineers stay here for a longer period of time. Let me tell you what. In stage 3, you need to choose your field of interest. Let me tell you what again in robotics is field of interest like. It might be a robotic arm, it might be perception like image processing, and it can be any other advanced technology that is suitable for one particular system. Okay, it might be machine learning or AI, or it can be robotic arm manipulator, or it can be perception or navigation or anything. That particular theoretical foundations have to be mastered. It means once you understood what have to be spoken, and here you try to understand the algorithms, try to understand the research levels, try to understand the concept and theoretical subject behind it. And once you do it, then you need to try to make your hands dirty with advanced libraries. That is the second core step. Once you understand the theoretical foundations, I'm now all set to plan a path planning for a robotic arm. Now I want to implement that way by using some advanced libraries. This is what exactly happens in stage 3. In second step of stage 3 is using advanced libraries. So where do you get again these advanced libraries? That is the reason why we have to maintain consistency in all the stages. You learn Python here. You need to again learn Python by using classes and methods, which is OOP. And once you do with that, then you need to understand the advanced libraries which are correlated with Python for your theoretical foundations that you have made in stage 3. Once you do this, Then it's all about getting familiar with one middleware which clubs all your advanced theories with the reality. So here when it comes to reality, I don't ask you people to make your hands burn off by buying very expensive sensors and controllers. I don't want you to do that. But there is one special tool, and I call it as excellent tool, which is ROS, Robot Operating Software. Let me tell you why. This is a very excellent tool which opens doors to test all your advanced algorithms that you have learned without having an actual robot in your hand, by using an excellent simulation softwares which are compatible with this operating system. So this is an open source ROS, or we can simply call this is having a lot of contributors all over the globe, where you don't have to reinvent the wheel of writing the code for all algorithms and libraries. You can directly use them and you can build your application and test it on one simulation whether it is working as per your results or not. So once you finish getting familiar with ROS, Robot Operating System, then you need to think about this fourth step, which is very, very, very important when it comes to a real-time project. Let me tell you why. The fourth step is all about design. 90% of robots, when built at prototyping stage, will fail at design because they concentrate on all the electronic stuff. They concentrate on all the other algorithms. They concentrate on speed. They concentrate on accuracy. They concentrate on program logic and everything. But they forget about this important step called CAD. It is design. So here, either you learn how should my robot look like, or make a design for your robot, or else you can simply get a person whoever understands the language till stage 4 whatever you learned, and ask him to design a CAD model for your robot. And this is where most of the students take existing CAD designs and try to develop, or else you can make one on your own. So this is very important. Let's not try to skip this or use this as the least priority. Put it on the highest stack. This particular stage is where you go on digging deep down and explore as much as possible. Let me tell you what. In stage 3, if you have, for example, if you learned about image processing and you want to master image processing, here you used few classifiers for detecting a face or recognizing a face. You did some algorithms and you want more precise results. Okay, you want more accurate results, you want more, and you want to develop your own algorithm by modifying the existing one with a little more complex maths and science involved. So in stage 4, it's all about researching the present technologies and reaching the maximum efficiency of anything that you're going to use till stage 3. And there is where we call it as research and development. And when it comes to in stage 4, the second step is exploring as many softwares as possible. Here we spoke only about ROS, but ABB has its own robot studio. Microsoft has its own robot studio. So this is what exactly is 4 stages of understanding or mastering robot from scratch to an advanced expert level. If you want to master or undergo this 4 steps of process to master robotics, all you need to have is 2 important qualities, that is self-discipline and consistency. Why? Because there are many different pain points in each and every stage where you want to give up. Because everything here from stage 2 is not that easy. You may have a lot of hurdles in between. You might not have understanding, or you might not be in a situation to understand the subject in a first attempt. But you have to go and go, try and try until you get your stages being filled with all the concepts that you want to achieve here. So self-discipline and consistency are the 2 important keys to master this level of robotics. And approximately, just we are giving an approximate time, it may take 2 years to master these 4 stages depending upon your field of interest that you are interested in. So now you choose which stage you are in and what should be the next step, or what are the next checklist that should I have in my hand before reaching my target.